Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick post from Stinky Nursery at the end of October 2019. Here we have our lavender. Now I chopped these back a couple of months ago, chopped them right back almost to this pot, and look what they do, they bush out. That will give us a lovely plant next year. Look at all those weeds. they'll go, we'll get those out. But yes, chop them right back a few times a year and you'll get a lovely compact plant. Let me show you inside. Oh, let me just show you this. I've got my last flower on my lobelia. These are lobelia tupa, and look at it. They're the most tropical things. I'll put my finger next to it to give you an idea of size. You know, they're not small flowers, huge things. And the plant itself, it will die back to nothing, absolutely nothing. So if you've got one of these in your garden for the first time this year, don't worry if it dies back, it will come back again next year. And inside, again, it's all about the cyclamen. We've got the hedifolium here, the last of the flowering ones from the autumn. Look at that, who wouldn't want that in their garden? Beautiful, that's a fragrant one as well. And now we're losing the flowers are going over on the hedifolium. It's all about the foliage of these plants. The foliage is so diverse, it's incredible. Look at these ivy-like leaves like that. And then you get the silvery leaves. The different shapes and sizes are astonishing to all come from this one part of the cyclamen family, cyclamen hedifolium. They're lovely. And here's the babies. Look, got some babies coming up, and you can start to see, you know, it gives you a little hint as to what the adult plant is going to be like. Look, there we are, that's a silver leaf, so I know that's silver. Then we've got a few like this one here that's got a very dark leaf with a little spot there, so that could turn into something nice. It really could. Out here we have more baby cyclamen. A load more went into this bed here at the weekend, so they'll be popping up soon. But like I've always said, these things take a fair few years to grow, but well worth it, really well worth it. We've got our hydrangea cuttings that look like they've rooted now. I took these a few months ago and did a little video, and let me show you. Let's try and find one. Here's one here. So we've got a few cuttings in there, and this is just in sand and peat. There's no nutrition, and we can't actually see anything, but if I tip it out, I don't know how I'm going to do that with one hand. In fact, I can't, but I checked them earlier and we're starting to get a bit of root growth on it, so they will be ready to pot up in a week or two, and they'll go into their pots that they'll be in for the next year or so. And the hellebore, we're potting up all the hellebore at the moment. They're just starting to come into their growth. Here's some that have been potted into litre pots. Out here we've got the big old plants that are just starting to put on a few new leaves. And I was lucky that the leaves from last year have stayed nice and green, so they're still lovely plants. Right, let me take you back into the greenhouse. And now our cyclamen hedifolium have gone over, we're starting to look at our oh, look at these beauties. I don't know what these are called. They're cyclamen of some sort. They're fragrant, but the leaves are a lot darker. I did label everything initially, but all the labels washed off, and now I'm just sort of guessing what's what. Anyway, these are the cyclamen coum. These are the next ones that are starting to flower. They'll be flowering in a few months. They've got these round sort of kidney-shaped leaves. They've got Christmas tree sort of pattern in the middle of them, and I'm dividing them all up at the moment and putting them all into boxes so I know which ones have the... Here we are, I'll show you a few here. Like these here have all got this pewter leaf, the silver leaf, and I'm sorting them all out before they all die back to the ground again and I don't know what's what. But there we are. Oh, and look at these. It just shows the diversity in the leaf of these hedifolium. Look at them. If you've got these under a tree or somewhere, it's like ivy, but all different shapes and sizes and colours. They're beautiful things, really beautiful things. You don't have to do anything to them. Bung them in the ground, and that's it. We've got a few very dark pink flowers that are coming up I'm going to be breeding from. And this is what I'm doing at the moment. I'm going around, there's some more coums there. I'm going around looking at ones that I want to breed from. So I'll find something that's got an exceptionally nice leaf. Like there's this coum here that I really like. It's got really quite a white leaf with that point in the middle. So when that flowers, I'm going to be marking that, and we're going to be using the seed from that to breed from. So we get a more leaf like that. And the agapanthus. If you've got agapanthus in your garden, remember there are two different, well, there's lots of different varieties, but you get your deciduous ones and you get your evergreen ones. The deciduous ones are hardier, and as you can see here, these are deciduous ones. They're dying back. So if you've got them in your garden and they're doing this and the leaves are yellowing, don't worry. Don't worry. This is just part of the natural cycle, and I need to cut the heads off of these, the seed heads. But you can see here, these are evergreen variety and the leaves are still luscious, but they're not quite as hardy. These will go down to about -4 or so. Anyway, I've been rabbiting on for far too long, 5 odd minutes, crikey. Oh well, anyway, this has been Robbie Phoenix down at Stinky Nursery, just giving you an update on what we're doing. Thanks for watching.